Can you spell your first and last name for the court reporter?
LornaAnderson.
And Lorna, can you introduce yourself to the judge?
Hi, I'm Lorna Anderson. I'm Andreen's aunt.
And you said you're Andreen's aunt. Can
Yes.
you tell me how you're her aunt? Like, how are you related to Andreen?
Paul Anderson is my brother, and
And
that's Andreen's dad.
And just so the judge is aware, which I think is her testimony, but can you tell us, did Andreen have any children?
Yeah, one daughter, Lorna McDonald.
How old is Elena?
She's 11, turning 12 in April.
Now, Lorna, can you tell the judge a little bit about Andreen growing up as you knew her?
Okay, as a child, Andreen was very smart. She was brilliant. Just the things that she would do, I know that she was going to be a good wife. I say this to say because I was living in Canada, which I still live, and Andreen was in Jamaica. When we go to visit, Andreen would always wake us up early. Andreen would always wake us up early. She'd start cleaning up the house, and she'll try to make breakfast. It wasn't anything great, but the fact that she would try. She was very loving. She was just very happy, and she had this radiant smile. Like, if she comes in a room, it doesn't matter what. You always see that big smile. She always had such a big smile.
There's some tissue there.
You mentioned you live in Canada, correct?
Yes, I do.
And did you live in Canada while Andreen lived first in Jamaica and then in Florida and then in Texas?
Yes, I've always lived in Canada before Andreen was born.
Were you and Andreen, however, still close?
Yes, we were very, very close. Andreen was like my own daughter. We would talk about everything. She was just like my best friend. She always confided in me. She would tell me a lot of things that she wouldn't tell anyone else.
And what was the main way that y'all communicated since you were in Canada and she was here in the United States?
We would talk by WhatsApp, or we'll call directly, because it's usually free for her to call and it's free for me to call from Canada to the US.
Would you also come visit her at times here in Texas?
I did before come and visit her. She was having this big birthday party, and she wanted me to come. There's other times that she'd want me to come, but the times that she wanted me to come, I wasn't able to get holiday. But, you know, we had our own holiday over the phone. We talk, we joke, we laugh about things.
And did she come visit you in Canada at least once?
Yes, she did. She came to visit us once, 2018, June 2018.
And when she came to visit you in Canada, did she have Andre and Elena with her?
Yes, she did. She came with she came as a family.
Now, you mentioned June of 2018. Do you remember getting a call from Andreen on July 4th of 2018?
Yes, I did.
And do you remember when you got that call? I don't want to get into what necessarily Andreen said, but when you answered the phone, did Andreen seem scared?
Okay. Sorry. I'm usually excited when, we talk to each other. So that evening, Andreen called, and I said hello, and she didn't answer. The only thing I could heard was Andre on top of his lungs, screaming, calling her names, calling her a whore, calling her trash, calling her a bitch. And what I heard Andreen say, Andreen said, Andy, because that's what we call him. I don't call him Andre, I call him Andy. We all call him Andy. And Andreen keeps saying, Andy, you're choking me. Stop choking me. Stop choking me. And one of the time, Andreen, because she was driving, and I know, she said, I knew this because she said, I'm driving. And she said, you're covering my face. Stop scratching my face. And you still continue on. And she was very, I could tell by the sound of it, she was very, very scared because she keeps calling your name and you still continue to do what you're doing.
This is July 4th, July 4th of 2018, correct?
Yes.
And as Andreen was yelling, did she seem like she was scared?
She was very scared, because she keep calling out his name, telling him to stop, and he wasn't. And she keeps saying, I'm driving, you know, I can't see, and he still continue. And she even said, you're scratching my face, stop scratching my face, stop covering my eyes, stop choking me, and he continue on.
And you mentioned you heard Andre yelling things.
Yes.
Through the phone.
Yes, he was calling her a bitch. He was saying she was a trash. He was calling her a whore. Okay.
And Lorna, was it your understanding that Elena was with him?
Yes, because after the fact, I asked her what was Elena doing, and she was on her tablet. You know, that's usually their distraction. She's on the tablet.
How did that phone call end? What happened after you heard all those noises?
Just the screaming, and then all of a sudden I don't hear anything, and I starting to get scared. I keep calling the phone and no answer, and right there and then I was just like, oh my God, he killed her.
And you were in Canada at the time?
I was in Canada at the time.
Can you tell the judge how helpless that felt, being so far away?
It was very hard. I called so many times, like just keep calling. I was so scared. And nothing, back to back. And at that time, I didn't have his phone number until after. The next day, later on in that evening, she called and she said she's okay, but she can't talk and she'll talk to me after. And I said, are you okay? And she said, I just like my throat where he was choking and the scratches. And she sent me the picture right there. And
Lorna, we saw a picture during the trial. Was this a picture of Andreen's face with scratches on the front of her face?
Yes.
And were those pictures that she sent to you?
She sent it like right away.
Lorna, did you talk to Andre after that happened?
Yes, I did.
Can you tell the judge how that came about?
Okay. After I spoke with Andreen, I was really mad. I was so mad. And I said, listen, I said, I need to talk to Andy. And I need his number because his name is not Paul Anderson. And your own dad would never do such thing to you. She gave me the number and I called Andy. He answered the phone because I guess Andreen told him that I was going to call. And when he said hello, I said to him, I heard what happened yesterday. I was on the next end while you were carrying on. And I said, what was the purpose? I don't understand. I don't get it. Like, why were you trying to kill her? Because she's driving and she's screaming that you're choking her. So what was the point of that? He turned to me and he said to me,
That's the comment from
the issue is not that. The issue is the statement she just testified to.
And we're not offering that for the truth of the matter. We're offering it for the effect on the defendant when there is an exception.
It's being offered for truth.
What did Andre say when you told him that?
okay, when I said that to him, I wanted to know, okay, why he was doing to her, why he was doing that to her. He said to me,
Again, Your Honor,
but
that is being offered for the truth of the matter, sir. The question is, imply that it's the truth, and that is a recitation of it, and now we want to see what the answer to the question is, but those questions, the testimony about those questions is hearsay.
And at this point, Judge, we're getting into his statement, which is not hearsay.
So rule.
Can you tell us now what Andre said to that?
And I said to Andy, I said, okay, what was the cause of all that? Why were you doing all of that to her? He said it had something to do with a tattoo. I said, what tattoo? He said that Andreen had a tattoo that he just noticed on her wrist. And I said, okay, so Andreen have a lot of tattoos, so I don't understand. I said, I don't pay attention to all the tattoos that she have. I know that she have a lot of tattoos. Andy said to me, the tattoo meant something to her. And I said, well, what does it mean to her? Because it wasn't adding up. He said that it had something to do.
Your Honor, this entire recitation is hearsay.
It's not hearsay.
Hold on. You don't answer. Is objection
Sorry.
okay?
Okay, sorry.
Okay. Go ahead.
Objection, hearsay.
Same response?
Same response, Judge.
Okay, so rule.
And he said the tattoo had something to do with a guy named Albin. I said to him, I said, who's Albin? And he said to me,
Hearsay, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll sustain that. I already know who Auburn.
Can you just tell me what Andre said to you at that point?
because this is what that's how it started.
Just what Andre said. Not
Okay.
what you were saying to him. What did Andre say?
Okay, he said the tattoo had to do with Albin. And Albin is a guy that Andre knew a long time ago. And I said, okay. And
Objection, hearsay.
Okay, sustain.
Tell me this.
Andy said that it had something to do with Albin. And I don't know. I said, who's that? And he said,
Here's what we're going to do. Just tell me what Andre said to you. Only his words, not what your words were to him.
Okay.
Just what Andy told you during that
Andy,
conversation.
okay, sorry. He said to me, Andy said the tattoo had something to do with Albin. After that, he said, Andreen is seeking attention from Albin because she went on Facebook and she liked something that he posted.
During this conversation that you had with Andre, did he deny the assault that happened to her on July 4th?
No, he did not.
Did he attempt to justify it?
No, he did not. He didn't say, he didn't.
What I'm saying was he trying to give excuses as to why it
Objection,
happened?
asked and answered.
Okay, sustained.
He was just,
Objection, asked and answered.
Hold on, wait for the next question.
okay.
So Lorna, after that conversation, was that a scary situation for you to be on the phone while this happened?
Yes, it was very scary.
And did you have concerns after hearing that in the marriage between Andre and Andreen?
Yes, I had a lot of concerns.
Were you concerned based on what you heard on the phone and based on your conversation with Andre? Were you concerned for Andreen's safety?
Yes, I was.
Now that we know kind of what happened to Andreen, is that something that bothers you still to this day, those concerns you had?
Yes, it does. It hurts every single day.
And Lorna, I guess let's talk about Andreen's not here anymore, correct?
Yep.
And do you recall how you first heard that Andreen was missing?
Yes.
And can you tell the judge how it felt when you got that phone call?
I started to cry. I was at work and I was crying, and I told my coworkers what happened, that she was missing and we didn't know. And they started to look up numbers for hospitals in San Antonio. I called so many hospitals just to see if she was in the hospital. I used the name Andreen Anderson. I used the name Andreen McDonald. She wasn't there.
I'm very worried for her.
I was, because with some of the conversation, like when they're arguing and how he was, I was so scared. I wanted to be positive, and at the same time, I'm thinking he did something to her. I called his phone too, and he didn't answer.
Lorna, after she went missing, did you come to San Antonio?
Numerous times.
While you were here in San Antonio, did you participate in searches for her?
Yes, I did. I gone with my brother so many times looking for her, hoping that she's somewhere. And we always have like water just in case she's somewhere. And she was dehydrated, and there's water that we could give to her.
And so during that time that y'all were looking for her, y'all were holding out hope that your niece was still here.
Every day I was like, please God, just let her be someplace. Like, he just kidnapped her. Every single day. It was very hard. I couldn't function.
Now, Lorna, eventually they did find Andreen's body, and can you talk to the judge about the difficulty you had since it was confirmed that Andreen died?
When it was confirmed that it was her, I started to cry so hard. I had to take some time off work because it was like very, very difficult. My doctor, he said I can't go on like this, so he gave me an antidepressant, and since then I have been taking it because there's days when I'm driving and I'm crying. I miss her so much. I miss her smile. We always joke about her white teeth and my white teeth. And we joke and said it's an Anderson thing because our teeth are so white. Hers and mine. And everybody always said we look alike. We always joke about who's cute. And I said, well, we look alike, but I'm the older one, but we're still beautiful because we're Anderson.
Lorna, were you proud of all the accomplishments that Andreen had?
I was very proud of her. Very, very proud of her.
Do you believe she would have had more accomplishments if what happened on that night didn't happen?
She would have. Because she always, like, from a child, she always, like, she just doesn't want to stop at one thing. She wants to go higher and higher. That's the type of girl she is.
Do you feel like Andre stole the ability for you to see?
Yes, he did. He sure did.
Lorna, do you see Andre here in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Can you point at him and identify him by a piece of clothing that he's wearing?
Yeah, he's wearing a red thing with a mask under his face.
Now, Lorna, is there anything else that you'd like the judge to know in terms of sentencing on this particular case about Andreen or about how y'all dealt with this? Is there anything else you'd like the judge to know?
I object to relevance, Your Honor. That overrule calls for the taking on the file.
Yes. He left the family.
I'm not asking I'm not, I guess, wanting to hear anything about this is how much time we want, or this is what.
Okay.
Anything else, anything
So-
else, not that, but anything else.
All right, so personally, I would like for Andy or Andre McDonald to get the maximum.
Lorna, I think what he's saying is we're not talking about amount of years. Is there anything that you would like the judge to know
I don't want to know anybody.
Oh, sorry, okay.
just about Andreen or how this is dealt with? Is there anything else that I forgot to ask you that you want him to know just about Andreen or the situation or how hard it's been on you?
Oh, okay, my bad, sorry. Okay, well, it has been very, very hard on the family, like super, super, super hard. Like, hard. Even when holidays come around, when it's her birthday time, knowing that she's not around, it's very, very hard for the family. And hard for me especially.
I'll pass the question.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, ma'am. You spoke with the district attorney's office back in April of 2021. Do you remember that?
I might have. I spoke to them different times, so.
You've spoken with them quite a bit. Fair to say?
Mm-hmm.
When was the last time you spoke with them before today?
Spoke to who?
The prosecutors.
I talked to them this morning.
Before today, have you had meetings with them throughout this process?
On Friday, we were here together, so we did talk.
Have you ever reviewed any of your written statements that you've given to the district attorney's office?
No.
But you recall that in April of 2021, you had a sit-down meeting with the prosecutors to discuss your testimony. Do you remember that?
I might have.
And you discussed in that meeting this incident that occurred in July of 2018 where you were on speakerphone with the McDonald's while they were driving back from Brownsville, right?
Yes, I was.
And you didn't tell the district attorney in that interview anything about Andre choking her or strangling her or anything like that, did you?
I would have said that because that's what happened. That's what I heard.
But it's surprising to learn that you didn't at any point tell them that back in April of 2021 when you sat down.
Judge, I object to improper impeachment. I don't believe she has a written statement. I believe when he's looking at his notes that we can give him. And I don't think it's a proper avenue for impeachment.
Oh, no.
It's a statement. May I approach the witness, Your Honor?
Yes.
Now, I'm showing you, regrettably, what I can't mark for identification, but suffice it to say it's a statement noted here. This is you, correct, Lorna Anderson? Mm-hmm. And you acknowledge this is a meeting dated 4/15/21, correct?
I don't know the time. I mean, like I said, I have numerous meetings, so I don't know.
Okay. Well, let me call your attention here to all right, this paragraph here that starts in July. If you could just read that to yourself briefly. And let me know when you've gotten to here.
Okay.
Okay. That's your statement, right? I mean, that's the subject you were discussing with the district attorney back in April, correct? Mm-hmm. Can I get a yes or no?
Yes, yes.
And you don't tell the district attorney anything about Andre choking her or strangling her, correct?
I'm 100% sure I said that because that's what happened. That's what I heard.
Your Honor, I have to print this. I wasn't anticipating it. I'm going to offer as extrinsic evidence under 615 statement from April of 2021.
And Judge, I would just make the same objection. I don't have a problem with any questioning. The problem is the characterization of this as a statement. These are notes taken by us while we were speaking to her. They're not a statement that she's formally adopted as her own statement.
She just adopted the statement. That was the part.
You just asked her.
One at a time.
And I believe...
Hold on. I just pointed at you. Hold on.
We've met all prongs for the introduction of the exhibit. It's a statement of notes from their conversation with the witness. It is their taking down of information. They took it down to prepare for trial.
Who took it down?
The district attorney's office. They produced it to us as a statement from her. In fact, it's the only statement we have. And the witness has acknowledged that it is her statement. And she has unequivocally refused to acknowledge the factual recitations in the statement. And under the rule, I'm entitled to offer this document as extrinsic evidence.
Your response.
Judge, to to be completely above board and out of an abundance of caution, we provided the defense with notes from our interviews with the witnesses. These are work product notes that we provided them, that we told them at the time, these are strictly notes. These are not word for word. These are just notes from our interviews with them. We did this in order to, like I said, above and beyond what was asked of us in discovery. We provide them. That's the only argument I have, is that it's not an actual statement. It's not her words. It is our recitation of what she told us during it.
Which is it? The problem
That's fine. I'll get it out, and I still take into consideration your cross that, obviously they left that out and it's not there. So I understand what you're getting at, but I don't need to see that.
I can't offer the document.
No, I'm gonna grant it because it's their notes, and I'm gonna have to look at it. But I get your point.
I understand, Your Honor. Please note our exception. We'll be offering it for the record.
That's fine.
You went to go see the McDonald's in September of that year, 2018, right?
Yes.
And you told the prosecutors that that was a happy exchange, that there weren't any problems or conflicts, that you observed everyone had a good time.
Yes, it was a party.
You knew that Andreen was going to Jamaica to see Auburn fairly regularly, right?
No, I didn't know that.
You told the prosecutors that Andreen even called you from Jamaica at one point, right?
Yes, she called me from Jamaica because she told me she went to give a speech at the school that she once went to as a child.
And she would go to Jamaica often when Andre was on deployment and not available.
I don't live here, so I wouldn't know. I just go by what Andreen tells me. She's an adult. She tells me what she feels like telling me. She never tells me she was going to go visit Auburn.
And Andreen would tell you that she was going to Jamaica when Andre was out of camp, right?
She's never told me that she was going when he was out of town.
That's the
Good thing. Thank you.